Alrighty. So unfortunately, if you hear this buzzing noise in the background, I do not know what that is, but I could not get rid of it. So hope you can deal with it. Just ignore it. And I'm gonna have to be using Flash because this is the second time I recorded this, and when I was using stick nodes, it made the video really laggy just because there's high CPU usage and stuff like that. So the video was not watchable. So even though I'm using Flash, everything should be the same. Well, of course, there's a difference in that I have to draw each frame, whereas you already have a kind of character already made with all the points and nodes to move. But since the animation we're talking about easing and stuff like that, it doesn't really matter what kind of software as long as we're talking about just the idea. So since we're talking about easing, let me go ahead and we'll do a walk cycle. Frames. So you have frames up here, kind of like, and you can add a frame around here, I believe. I think. I don't remember. So these are basically my frames over here. Alright. We'll just do... Oh, you know what we should create 4. Okay. You don't have to understand any of this. We're simply going to be talking about easing and all that. I just want a reference point for the floor. And there we go. Okay. Let me just draw my character really quick. They're kind of just standing there. Why is the smoothing so high? Oh, whatever. Okay. So let's say a character's just standing there. I want to make him start to walk. Okay, so you can see the frame before it. And if we wanted to start making him walk, we'd make his body move a little bit, as well as the leg that he's using to move forward. Okay, I have to adjust this. So, as you can see in this frame, the first frame, we have him standing kind of still. And in the second frame, his whole body kind of moves forward, as well as his leg bending and also moving forward, while the back leg stays in a fixed position. And that's kind of just like how you normally walk. One of your legs stays planted, while the other leg moves forward along with your body. That's kind of what we want to do when we're walking. However, you also want to make sure that you're easing into it. So by easing, I mean, you don't, let's say, just move this out of the way here. Okay. By easing, I mean, you don't just instantly teleport to the next, position or even move too fast. So, let's say this is your body, this is your back leg, and then your other leg's already over here somewhere. That's a little too fast of a transition to the next frame. Just do this. I can see. Okay. So that would be a bad example of starting off a walking cycle, because simply you don't want your character to look like a mechanical robot or something weird out of like a horror movie or something. You want to make him walk natural like a human being. So to do that, you want to ease, and easing is like this. Okay, delete that frame where he gradually starts to go into his walk. So the next frame would be, you don't want things to be all uniform. Actually, it should be up a little bit farther. Remember, you want to keep that back foot planted, kind of. So as he's moving, he's gradually getting a little bit faster. But his back foot is staying planted. And he's not instantly teleporting to the next position. He's easing into it. Next frame, you want him probably to plant his other foot into the next position. Like so. While his back foot is still planted in the last position it was. Another thing to keep in mind, when you're animating, you can't say, okay, I know exactly how to make a specific movement and I can do it like perfectly the first time. A lot of times you're going to be, even like super experienced animators, you're going to be looking back at your animation and trying to see if it looks good or not. So you always want to be looking at it after you do it. And you can make adjustments to it after you see if there's any problems or whatnot. Okay, so we're just going to finish off walk. Oops. So he's planted his other foot, and now he's walking. He's moving forward, so his other foot's going to lift from the ground. Sorry if it looks a little sloppy and stuff. I'm trying to... Of course, you would take normally a lot longer than this if you were trying to make it really good. But for the purposes of this, I just want to go on to the next thing, so I'm trying to focus here and get this done. Hence why I'm not talking a lot. Probably doing the dishes right now, honestly. Okay, kind of like that. Oops, foot looks deformed. Oh well. And you look back at it, see if it looks good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's artistic. It's kind of sloppy, but whatever. And then we'll probably do like 2 more frames and it's finished. I usually do, you want to do the same amount of frames for each foot. So you step with your right foot first, your left foot is planted, then you plant your right foot, and then your left foot comes forward, and you step with your left foot. So normally, you kind of want to do each foot with their own kind of cycle. So he already stepped with his right foot there, and then he moves forward with his left foot, and you want him to step with his left foot, and then you can repeat it where from over here you just kind of copy and paste your characters. I think you can in stick notes it's over here somewhere, and you can select your character, copy it, paste it, and move it to the next position. So for example, hold on. Sorry if this is taking a bit long, but that's animating. I don't know what to say. So this is right foot, I believe, planted. And then his left foot is moving forward. Then the next frame is going to be him planting the foot. That might be a little too far forward, oh well. It is too far forward, but oh well. So he plants his left foot. And then you can kind of copy and paste. So in stick notes it would be on the left side, but oh shoot. And since I didn't because normally in Flash, since you're drawing each frame individually and you don't have a set thing, you have to make sure that your character stays the same size, and normally you would draw guidelines for that, but I just winged it real quick because I just wanted to do it. So if I did copy and paste right now, they would be different sizes. So I would copy this frame and paste it all the way at the end so that he could start a new cycle, but he would be bigger than this one because it slowly got smaller over time without the guidelines. So oh well. But that's kind of like how you want to walk. So you can just take a look at this first part. So he starts, he lifts his foot, knee bent, move forward a little bit, back foot's planted, this position, his body's always moving forward, kind of at the same pace. In the beginning it should be a little slower, but after a while it's usually uniform overall. So he plants his right foot, left foot gets off, and he starts to move forward, goes like that. Well, that's kind of like a walk cycle right there. And you can just repeat that for the other foot as well. Okay. Now one more quick thing. I don't know how long this has been going on. I haven't been checking, unfortunately, but okay. So let's say you wanted to do a oh wow. Okay, so you want to do someone lifting their leg or something. So to do that, and I'm going to talk about the easing a little more. So you want him to gradually lift his leg. And this is called easing in, when it's the beginning of a motion and you're slowly easing into the beginning of a motion. So when you're doing that and you're easing in, wow, it's kind of hard to see here. Hold on. I'm going to just grab a ball. I think that'll be simpler. Okay. So let's say your ball is being dropped. Okay. If your ball is being dropped, let's say someone lets it go. In the beginning it starts falling, but it doesn't instantly fall. So let's say this is how someone, a beginner animates it. This is probably what it would look like, something like this. So it's repeating, it's on repeat. But you can see that the ball just instantly falls, and it looks kind of like I don't know, like a rock. It looks heavy, but then it just smacks on the floor and doesn't do anything. So there's no easing in this, and there's no good physical interaction. So what you want to do is, you don't want to have the ball just instantly move up to a uniform speed. You want to kind of have it slowly go down. And you can see right here that this frame is a little farther than the previous frame from the first frame. So between this distance and this distance, it has gotten faster. And that's easing. You want to gradually get faster. Well, ease in. So this is faster than the previous one, about right there. This is even faster. And then you hit the floor. Let's say the floor is right about here. You can have it squish. But let's say it bounces, so it hits the floor and it goes back up. Now it's already at a pretty fast speed. So now what you want to do is a thing called easing out, and that's the end of an action where it gradually gets slower. So as you can see, from this frame, the pace has gotten slower than from this frame. This ball to this ball, kind of like right here and right here. This ball is getting slower when it bounces back up. Right here, slowly getting slower till it stops. About right there, and then it eases in to another action, which is falling back down to earth. But you want to ease into it. So as you can see, it looks like it's bouncing, this is a good thing right here. A good way of doing it. Now, for example, let's say I did this. A bad way would be doing it like this. Have it uniformly go down at the same speed. Have it hit the floor. Have it bounce up without any easing in or easing out. And then back down at the same speed. That's what, oh shoot, it's showing both of them, but see how it doesn't look natural. It looks too fast and it's not easing in or easing out to anything. That's why you want to keep it so that you're easing in right here, like the ball is falling slowly. It's going faster and faster until it hits the ground, recoils. It's fast. This time it's going already in a fast motion, so you're easing out because it's slowly going down. As it goes up, it's easing out, then it's easing back into another action and falling back down and getting faster. That's kind of like easing, and you can use this principle for any type of movement. So let's say you want to have him move his arm and grab a cup. The arm will be moving slowly first. It will move up slowly, faster and faster until it reaches the cup, and then it'll slow down a little bit at the end. Grab the cup and whatever, just if it's going to put it to his mouth, it slowly goes to his mouth first, gradually increases speed, then slows down as it gets to his mouth, and then he drinks it. So you can use that for any principle, walking, running, punching, and it all depends on kind of how many frames per second your animation is and how fast you want the motion to be. For example, a punch, you want to ease in that same amount as a person walking, because a punch is way faster. You want to ease in fast. It'll be like 2 frames ease, and then it'll be an instant movement of the fist forward instead of slowly going. Otherwise it won't look like a punch. It'll look like he's putting out his arm somewhere. Anyways, I hope that helps a little bit. I'm not that good at explaining. It's like my first time explaining this kind of stuff, so okay. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about the music in the background. I had to listen to some tunes to, hype it up.